So my name is Laura and my husband's name is Paul. Paul is 55 now, and he had a stroke 2 years ago. It was caused by cholesterol in his carotid artery. It was a big clot that broke off, and it went up, and because it was so large, it lodged in some of the larger vessels, I guess, and so it caused a severe stroke on the left side of his brain. So he was at Rhode Island Hospital, and at that point they told us that he came out with called global aphasia, which affected the Wernicke, his receptive area, and the Broca's, which is his speech. So we were there. He was in intensive care for 12 days, and then he was sent out onto the stroke unit floor. I tried sign language with him because I know some sign language, and so, but he has severe apraxia. Mm-hmm. And so that coordination, it was just as difficult to teach him sign language as it was to try to get him to talk. So, but we got a few things down, like we got water if he wanted a drink, and we got the remote control, and as he got better, he just became more independent. So so it really didn't, wasn't important to tell him, the sign for toilet or whatever. He'd just sort of get up and go. And so he started just getting up and doing things because he was able to at that point. So, but he still wasn't able to talk. It has definitely been like a bomb that went off in our lives. Before Paul had the stroke, we were very active. We have a boat. We have a lot of family time on the boat. We lived on the boat in the summer, and we would, he has a business, an excavation business, and the boys worked with him in the excavation business, and I had my own job doing landscaping. So when he had the stroke, we didn't really know what was going to happen. We didn't know if he was going to live because it was so severe. And the boys ended up getting in, taking on the responsibility of the business. And I didn't know if they were going to be able, it's one thing to work and do the work, it's one thing to manage it and do all the things that involved. So it was very scary, and it was very unsure as to what tomorrow would even hold. And at points we didn't even know if we were going to have Paul or if we were going to lose him. And he's able to drive, and he gets up now, he goes in and he takes a shower and gets himself dressed, does everything, makes his own cup of coffee, and he's out the door to the job site every day. Well, don't give up hope is the first thing, because it really is. It's like your whole world. You do feel like your life has come to an end. And whatever happened to him, our family suffered a death, even though he's still here. The Paul that we knew, and that person is really gone. But we're fighting to get him back. And life does go on, and they do get better. I've learned also not to baby him as much as I didn't think I was, but in him being able to communicate, I think I've learned to put more responsibility on him, that you need to make me understand, and which challenges him to do more than what he was doing. And so because sometimes I think that as a caregiver, you just want to make it the easiest and just help it, but by doing less sometimes is actually doing more for them. And so I've learned that too.